Okay, so 9th standard students, a very good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you in this online sessions of JC English High School. As of now, we are in the social study part 2 and we are in the 4th chapter of economics. Okay, economics, we are in the 4th chapter and the chapter name is labor and employment. Okay, so we have started with the labor. So in the previous video we have done the introduction part as well as the meaning, and in last two videos we have done the features of this labor. Okay, so now we will be straightly going for the importance. What is the importance of labor in our country? Okay, so we will go for the importance of labor in our country. So labor plays an important role in the economic growth of a country. Okay, no country will get the growth once they don't have the labor power or labor force of workforce. Okay, so labor plays an important role in the economic growth of a country. Labor is the fundamental and active factor of production. So for the purpose of production we are having we need land. Okay, we need capital, we need labor or manpower. Okay, but without this capital, without this labor, it is not possible to do the production. Previously also I told you that suppose we are having the capital, okay, means the money, machinery, everything, the land, infrastructure, everything is there. We are having the raw materials, we are having the natural resources, but without the help of labor, that is the man force or human force, it is not possible to get this input into an output. So labor is the fundamental and active factors of production. Okay, so next is labor has important contribution to the production of commodities. Okay, labor has a vital role in the production of commodities. See, what for a manufacturing industry is being, they are doing the manufacturing so that they can get the output as a excuse me, they can get the output as a commodity. Okay, there must be a commodity, a mobile factory, okay, a mobile company. Okay, what they are making, they are doing the manufacturing of mobile. So their last output is the mobile, which is the commodity being used by the consumer, and for that only the consumers are giving the payment. Okay, from which they are getting their this manufacturing cost as well as the profit of that organization. So with this we can say that labor is the fundamental, it activates okay, labor has important contribution to the production of commodities. Labor has a very vital role for the production of commodities. It activates the other factors and make them useful for production purpose. Okay, see, all the purposes, all the factors of productions what we are having other than your labor, okay, they are, we can acquire that one. Okay, but without the help of labor it is not possible. So the labor is the only factor which activates the other factors of production, which activates, because see, one computer is there. Okay, without the help of a person or individual or a human being, it is nothing. It doesn't operate automatically. It will only operate once somebody will be giving some this one. When I will put it on, then only it will get put it on. Okay, so once a person will give a command to a computer, then only it will start working. Like that only, whatever the raw material, the land, the capital, whatever you are having, okay, that is another thing. But once land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship, these are the four factors of production. But these four factors are of production. Out of these means the land, the capital and the entrepreneurship, they are equally important. But once you don't have labor, these three factors will not get activated, means they will be in their place only. Once the labor is there, then only this land, capital and entrepreneurship, it will get activated. Higher the labor force, larger is the economic activity and development. Higher the labor force, okay. For production purpose, we need labor, and that to that in a high extent. So once we are having adequate labor and also the skilled labor, okay. Yes, we are having unskilled labor, semi-skilled labor, but we need the skilled labor also, okay. Once you are having more and more skilled labor, the more development you can do, okay. So what it is referring here, that higher the labor force, okay, larger is the economic activities and development. Once economic activities will be in progress, so what will happen? Automatically the economic development will come into existence. Laborers with the help of expertise, okay, they are experts, means there are several types of labor, okay. Somebody they are very good in plumbing, somebody they are very good in this one electrical work, somebody they are very good in masons are used for the construction of dams, houses, any concrete constructual infrastructure. If we have to make, we have to depend on the masons, okay. In there also they are having unskilled, semi-skilled, as well as they are having the skilled labor also, okay. So laborers with the help of expertise, manpower, their manpower and service needed to turn raw material into finished products and services, okay. So laborers with the help of expertise, manpower and service needed to turn raw material into finished products and services, okay. We are getting manganese ore or iron ore from the mining area, but there is no use of it till we will get it to the factory. We will process it. How the process will done? It will be done only with the help of the laborers. So laborer is the only factor who can turn the raw material into finished goods, okay. In return they receive wages to buy the goods and services they don't produce themselves, okay. Why these laborers do work for a company? Everybody, laborers means they will put in work, they will put the mental and the physical effort to get the product. But what for? Only for the monetary purpose, means only monetary benefit should be there, then only you will get a laborer, okay. But now they are producing a material or commodity, but in return for producing this commodity, what they are getting? They are getting the wages, means the remuneration or the money for that work. And with that money, what they are doing? They are, in return they receive wages to buy the goods and services they also need. Suppose one person is engaged in electrical work, so he do the services for electrical of other people, and from there they will get the wages. What they will do with that wages? What they will do? They also need food. They also have to send their kids to the school. So that's why it is written here that in return they receive wages to buy the goods and services they don't produce themselves. They are, suppose I am telling you, a person who is a plumber, he is not doing the agriculture, but he needs food, so he has to buy the raw vegetables and other food commodities. So this is very much true that in return they do the work for the monetary benefits, and in return they receive wages to buy the goods and services they don't produce themselves. Okay, there are some other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points are there. Another 6 point we will be discussing in the next video coming soon. Okay, so see you soon in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.